Hi, everybody. I'm Sean, and today I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about adult autism. I think I talked about growing up with autism before, but being an adult with autism, um, the easiest way to say it is you kind of let people walk all over you. Um, I've had a lot of people take advantage of me and my kindness, and there's nothing you really do about it. You kind of just. This is my point of view. I mean, other people could probably say different, but from my point of view, you kind of just let people do what they want, which led to a lot of bad situations happening to me. Um, it's not easy to go through, especially if people don't know that you have autism. Rich didn't know I had autism for like 3 years until I finally. What?
It was about a year and a half.
It was about a year and a half. All right. But until I finally told him, and then he kind of pieced it together like, oh, this is why he acts like this. Yeah, for a while, I chose not violence, but like just lashing out because I wasn't able to explain myself. I wasn't able to talk about my feelings, and how things were going through. I just kind of like held on to it until it made me blow up, and that's a lot of people can say that, oh yeah, you're a horrible person for doing that. Well, it wasn't my choice to be like that. It was me holding in so much over the years that it finally came out. I'm gonna let Rich talk a little bit about it too, because Rich knows my signs. He knows my triggers, kind of the whole thing. There's a cat on the table now. All right, Rich.
Hey, you guys. This is Mishka. Mishka Mouse. Dealing with Sean is tripping. It's fun now. At first, it was difficult. Along with autism, he has Asperger's. Or not
Which
Asperger's.
is a form
It's a
of
form, not
autism.
Asperger's. It's
No, it's Asperger's.
I know, but there's something else you had.
PTSD.
Tourette's.
Bipolar.
Tourette's.
Tourette's.
Tourette's. He just has signs of Tourette's too. So between the two, it made it interesting because you have to let him complete his train of thought. And at the same time, if the Tourette's kicks in, he may repeat that train of thought multiple times. And even if it's a stupid answer, like you know it off the top of your head, it's like, oh, you mean this. You don't want to correct the person. You don't want to finish the sentence for them. You have to let them actually finish it. Because I sometimes do it to this day. I interrupt him in his train of thought. It makes him mad. He forgets his train of thought, doesn't remember what he was supposed to do because of the cancer, and it amplifies the situation. And it's not always good. It's not always good on my end. He sometimes gets a little angry with me.
More than a little.
But not telling him no. Sean, no, you can't do that. You can't say that. You can, but it just leads to
Doesn't
a fight.
have a good result.
Yeah. Giving stern, pointed statements do not always work. Slamming something close scares the hell out of him. It sends him on edge. And these are all signs of autism. There are different. It's now called the spectrum disorder because you can go from very slight symptoms to extreme to where they're in a box, basically. And most autistic people are very intelligent at one end of the spectrum, but they're not able to communicate that intelligence. It's how their brains work. They're not outwardly vocal, I guess I should say.
You don't express.
They don't
their
express
feelings.
themselves. Yeah, their feelings don't get expressed. They get very internalized, and you'll see them sometimes do this. And it's not because they want to hit themselves.
Because it's a tick.
It's a tick or a flight or fright situation, and they penalize themselves rather than outward lashing out. Because if they do outwardly lash out, it can get bad really fast. There's a lot of times you see people that you think they're disabled at some point, but if you piss them off, they turn into the Incredible Hulk.
That's very true.
Yeah. You don't want to push that person to the point where they become the Incredible Hulk, because there's no stopping it until they run out of steam. So you have to be careful. There's a fine line there. But it's, now we've come to a good realization, and I enjoy sometimes picking on him, and he loves picking on me. So, but just be aware. Like I said, there's the spectrum goes from very slight to extreme. There's a lot of people that do suffer from adult spectrum disorder or spectrum disorder, and you wouldn't even know it to meet them. It's just they've grown with it and know how to deal with it themselves. And people with Tourette's, if they're constantly repeating themselves, they may say, shit, fuck you, or something like that. And it's not controllable. You have to accept it. You don't make fun of them at all. You deal with it. You don't shun them. You don't talk behind their backs. You accept that and keep the conversation going with them. You have to accept these people for who they are. They are who they are. I always tell Sean, the only perfect person he has to be is the perfect Sean. There's only one of him, and I love him dearly, and that's all he has to be, the perfect him. So you guys, that's him, my perfect baby.
I will say this. When he says that, I get frustrated sometimes because I want to be perfect, and I don't view myself as perfect.
He has to be the perfect Sean.
Yes.
Sometimes he's a perfect ass. But
Thanks.
he calls me an ass all the time. So
Oh, I do. Hands down. I call him an ass. I say, fuck you. I tell him I'm going to throat check his windpipe. Whenever he picks on me, I say things like that. I don't do.
My little fuzzy. Yes. Look at that face. Look at that face. All right, you guys. You guys have a wonderful day. We are headed to Miami now to go to the oncology to get our results from the MRI yesterday. Please keep Sean in your prayers. Please, please, please. We're hoping for good results. I don't know if you can see the worry on Sean's face. We are all worried about this because there has been some signs and symptoms. We just don't want to talk about that right now. We're going to keep our options open and our hopes open and our faith good. Right?
Yes.
All right. Have a good day. You guys have a blessed day. Hashtag helping Sean.
Follow, like, share, donate if you can. Thank you.
Make him go viral, you guys.
Please.
Please make him go viral.
I would love to be able to go viral at least once.
At least once. All right, you guys. Peace out. Hashtag helping Sean. Make a donation.
Thank
Link
you.
is on the homepage.